Hey everyone, you're watching WisdomShots. Recently, I watched this Malayalam movie called Home, a movie with a lot of life lessons and a strong message at the end. The movie portrays an entire generation's struggle with technology. So that's one part. The other part is differences of four different generations living together in one place, which is their home. See, each generation grows up in a different context, in a different time, and as a result, they have different behavioral pattern and outlook. The common generation clusters which we are familiar with are baby boomers who are born between 1944 and 1964, Gen X 1965 to 79, Gen Y, millennials 1980 to 94, Gen C 95 onwards. It's interesting to analyze the behavioral pattern of each generation, which they beautifully captured in this movie. So let me map the main characters in this movie based on generation groups. So it's like this. So let's start with grandpa's generation. Now, people started reading and gaining knowledge in this generation. The saying, knowledge is power, came from this generation. Newspapers became popular. Basically, common man started reading and learning. Before that, only the privileged class had access to information. In India, this is just after independence, so there was a big influence of English. And the grandpa in the movie, he was into reading English books. So throughout the movie, he doesn't, hardly speaks. And whenever he spoke, it was some quote from some English novel.
I am very hungry and tired. I have walked a long way. People like us don't go out at night.
This generation of people living in your home, you'll see most of them are reserved. They don't speak much. If they speak, it'll be with their friends or loved ones. I feel it's not that they don't want to speak, but we don't have time to listen to them. You see them struggling to adjust to the fast-paced world. Next one is generation of father and mother. This generation is the most hardworking generation. The double income concept started from this generation. Women started working. This generation values human relationships and friendship a lot. In the movie, they show great bonding between father and his childhood friend. So whenever there's a problem or excitement, the first person he will call is his best friend. This generation of men doesn't express emotions in front of others. There's a scene where his son compares him with someone and indirectly calls him a loser. The father doesn't express his emotion. He simply walks out of the room. He doesn't even share with his wife. He just covers up his emotions. Just watch the scene.
എന്തുവാടാ അപ്പക്ക് വിഷമാവത്തില്ലേ പോടാ അവിടെ നിന്ന് ഫീലാണ് അപ്പയ്ക്ക് വെറുതിരി
I suppose the phrase men don't cry was obvious in this generation. When it comes to technology, this is a generation that started using telephone, television, etc. for the first time in the history. The world of computers, internet, etc. came much later into their lives. The theme of this movie is about the father struggling to use his smartphone. Changing with times is not something that comes naturally to everyone. Now, this challenge is strong in people from this generation who never used computers before, and they directly got into smartphones. When you're familiar with computers, internet, email, the transition to smartphone is easy. But if you don't have any reference point, if you're using smartphone for the first time, it'll be difficult. So this was the case with the father. But if you look at the current generation, you'll see 3-year-old, 5-year-old using smartphones seamlessly. Reason they are exposed to it, from birth. Most of them started watching rhymes and cartoons on YouTube even before they were 1 year old. The kids are very good in observation. They will not know how to read the text on the phone screen, but they will know how to install a new game new game from the Play Store. It comes so naturally to them. So, okay, coming back to father and mother, the strong need of this generation is love and connection. You see, most people in this generation, uses technology to be in touch with their loved ones. Next generation is Gen Y. The older son is from this generation, folks born between 1980 and 1995. This generation is actually nurtured and pampered by their parents compared to the previous generations. They grew up as the internet revolutionized society. The world became global during this time. More mobility, more freedom, more choices than any other generations. Millennials were the first generation to grow up with social media and smartphones. This generation is very good expressing their emotions as text and emoticons than actual words. Emotions and feelings are broadcasted on social media than in real world. Now, there is an interesting scene where the younger son confirms that there's a relationship issue after checking the Instagram stories.
പ്രിയവും ആന്റണിയും തമ്മിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ? ഇത് കൂടി അതും അറിയാൻ പറ്റും.
അവരമ്മിൽ അടിയണോന്ന് അറിയാൻ പ്രിയേച്ചിയുടെ ഇൻസ്റ്റയിലത്തെ സ്റ്റോറീസ് എടുത്ത് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. ഇതുണ്ട, ഐ എം ഓൺലി ഗുഡ് അറ്റ് ഹൈഡിങ് മൈ ഫീലിങ്സ്. അണ്ണനെ വെറുതെ ചൊറിയാൻ വേണ്ടി മാത്രം ഇട്ടേക്കണതാ. ഇതിനെയാണ് ഇമോഷണൽ അത്യാചാരം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്.
This generation loves sharing emotions and excitement as WhatsApp status and stories in the digital world than in the real world. Next, Gen Z. The younger son is from this Gen Z. People born between 96 onwards, raised as digital natives. For them, smartphone, internet, etc. are like essentials. Like how electricity is essential for us. This generation is highly influenced by the connected digital environment and are heavy users of mobile devices, gaming, and social media. Gen Z wants instant gratification. And they know that whatever they want, it's available, easily accessible. They're highly confident. They know that everything is just a click or two away. So in this movie, this generation is portrayed as self-centered, impatient, and easygoing. They expect the whole world to take care of them. My favorite character is the second son. He's funny. He calls his mom even for simple things like reducing the fan speed. He doesn't have patience to teach his father on how to operate the smartphone. He's not bothered about his studies, but really bothered about how many subscribers he has on his YouTube channel.
Hi guys, it's me, your Charles from the channel Charles Techie. Sorry guys, it's your own channel Charles Techie coming with a new video.
See, at the end of the day, irrespective of which generation you belong to, the basic needs are the same for all generations. You need love, connection, approval, appreciation, acceptance, care. The only time the grandpa smile, in this movie is when someone acknowledges and appreciates him. Father is looking for approval and love from his children. Son is looking for approval and validation from the external world. The second son, he wants more subscribers and likes for his YouTube channel. Again, approval. So the common need is same: approval, love, acceptance. But the medium they choose are different. So at the end of the movie, the son learns a powerful lesson and he shares that with everyone. He posts on Facebook, he writes, I was very conscious of not showing the bad side of me on social media. I thought people will laugh at me, criticize me if they come to know about my real self. I was very particular that people should see only the good side of me. More than work, my focus was on people saying good things about me. But I'm an ordinary person. But I'm an ordinary man with all emotions. I'm not a perfect person. And I'm expressing all these emotions at a place where I think I have the freedom to express. At my home.
I'm always imperfect at my home.
I love this statement. I'm always imperfect at my home. The two key words are imperfect and at home. The reason we are miserable is because we are scared of showing our imperfections to the world. We always wear a mask and stress ourselves. When you acknowledge that you are a human being with emotions and imperfections, you feel natural, you feel at home. You appreciate the differences. You'll be comfortable expressing yourself. You can feel at home anywhere, not just in your actual home, anywhere. If you're true to yourself, if you're not bothered about what others are thinking of you, if you appreciate the differences. So we have generational differences, cultural differences, so many differences. But the world is so beautiful because we all are different. Irrespective of differences, we are part of one family, one race, the human race. We can feel at home. And when you feel at home, you will be happy. Home is where the heart is. Thank you so much for watching. I am Sreejith Krishnan. Stay happy, stay healthy.